investment.
Okay, madam.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay,
Process
ma'am.
of investment have 5 stages. First step is investment policy. We have to frame some policies and rules and regulations when we want to make an investment. After that, we have to analyze that policy whether if it is wrong or right. And the third one is valuation of securities. Securities means share value, share, stock or bonds, debentures. We already discussed in the previous class what is meant by debenture, what is meant by equity share, and what is meant by preferential shares, and what are the features of that securities. Okay. The fourth one is portfolio construction. Portfolio means portfolio is a collection of financial stock or financial securities, collection of financial securities, portfolio construction. When coming to the last and final stage of the process of investment is portfolio evaluation and revision. Okay. Now we discussed about investment policy, what is meant by investment policy, and how we will prepare it. So investment policy provides the raw material and portfolio management. In this stage, various investment assets are identified and their features are considered. The goal of investment policy is to decide which stock to be held in an investment policy. The formulation of investment policy requires the following features. The first thing is determination of investable funds or the amount to be invested. How much we want to invest in that particular stock or particular debenture, we have to find out the amount, or how much amount is to be invested in that particular security. The second thing is determination of investment objectives. Why we want to invest in that particular stock or particular debenture or particular share. The second point is determination of investment objectives. And the third one is identification of potential investment assets. What are the investment assets? There are two types of investment assets. They are marketable securities and non-marketable securities. Marketable securities means the securities which are traded in the stock market. They are shares, preferential shares, equity shares, debentures, and bonds. But coming to the non-marketable securities, they are not traded in the stock exchange. They are insurance policies, bank deposits, saving account. These are comes under non-marketable securities. So we have to identify the potential investment assets in which portfolio you want to invest. We must identify that potential investments. Okay. The next point is consideration of attributes of various investment assets, and last one is allocation and investable funds to various investment categories. If you want to frame a investment policy, you have to follow the following 5 factors. That is, first one is determination of investable funds and how much amount you wanted to invest in a particular share, in a particular debenture, in a particular mutual fund, or an insurance policy. Okay. The second thing is what is your objective: to gain profit or to gain wealth, to increase your share value. So what is your motive to invest in that particular stock or debenture? The third one is identification of potential investment assets. There may be marketable securities or non-marketable securities. Okay. The fourth one is consideration of attributes of various investment assets, and last one is allocation of investable funds to various investment categories. So this is the framing of investment policy. After framing the investment policy, we have to assess that investment analysis. The main objective of investment analysis, why we want to analyze the investment portfolio, because we want to know we are taking the correct decision or not. So for that purpose, we have to analyze the investment policy. So the main objective of investment analysis is to determine the future risk. Future is always uncertain. No one can say that what will done in the future. In the next day, the share price will increase, the share prices are falling down, and the gold prices are increased, and the gold prices are fall down. No one can say that. They can imagine that, or they can say that approximately, but not accurate results are no one can say that. Okay, for that purpose we have to determine the, or approximately determine the future risk. Risk means loss of something. There is a chance of losing something. So we have to analyze the investment portfolio, because to determine the future risk and return in holding various blends of individual securities. To determine the efficient portfolio, an expected return level is chosen, and the assets are substituted until the portfolio combination with the smallest variance at that return level is found. So this is the investment analysis. And the third step in the investment process is valuation of securities. There are two types of securities in investment process. They are marketable and non-marketable securities. When coming to the marketable securities, they are equity shares. Equity shares means equity shareholders of the real owners of the company. They have the voting rights. They have no fixed dividend, because they sharing the profits, or they bear the losses at the end of the financial year. So they have the voting rights in the decision making. They are the equity shareholders. And preferential shareholders, preferential shareholders have a fixed dividend at the time of purchasing the shares. They don't have any voting rights. So these are the investment valuation of securities లో మనకి debentures, equity shares and preferential shares. Investment value is generally taken to be to the present worth of the owners of future benefits from investments. That means we have to calculate the how much we get back as a return, how much we will get in future as a profit. We have to anticipate the returns on profits of the that particular security. Securities are marketable securities and non-marketable securities. Investment value is generally taken to be the present worth of the owners of future benefits from those investments. Okay, an appropriate set of weights have to be applied with the use of forecasted benefits to estimate the value of the investment assets. Comparison of the value with the current market price of the asset allows the determination of the relative attractiveness of the assets. Comparison of the value of with the current market price. For example, if you purchased a share in 2010 with 100 rupees each, and now it is 2020, now its share value is increased from 100 rupees to 500 rupees. What is the benefit to you? 400 rupees you can get as a return. So comparison of the value with the current market price of the asset allows the determination of the relative attractiveness of the assets. So this is the valuation of securities, the foremost important thing in the investment process. We can calculate securities with the help of past value of the securities. The fourth stage in the investment process is portfolio construction. The word portfolio stands for it is the collection of it is a collection or a group of investment securities or investment stock. That is, it may be equity shares, preferential shares, debentures or bonds, deposits, commercial papers, deposit of security, whatever it may be. Portfolio means it is a collection of investment securities. Okay, portfolio construction means we have to build the group of securities. So portfolio construction requires the, for that purpose, portfolio for creating or construct portfolio, we have the knowledge of other different aspects of securities Also, example, growth of principal, liquidity of the asset, and portfolio construction involves the following steps. We have to follow the below 5 steps to construct a portfolio. That is a group of securities. Group of securities. If you want to construct a group of securities, we have to follow the following steps. Those are deciding the diversification level. Diversification level includes the diversification level means we have the chance to convert them from uh, shares to cash, or shares to, or equity shares to preferential shares, or shares to, sorry, preferential shares to equity shares, and debentures to equity shares. So we have to decide the diversification level. And the second thing is considering the investment timing. So investment timing includes the time period. It may be 5 years, 10 years, or 15 years. It may be long term, short term, or medium term. Next, the third one is selection of investment timing. Considering the investment timing is similar to the selection of investment timing, whether it may be short term or long term or medium term. The fourth one is allocation of investable funds and investment assets. So allocation of investable funds and investment assets. The fifth one is acquisition of assets or securities. So we have to follow these five steps to construct a portfolio. So, and the final step in the investment process is portfolio evaluation and revision. We have to evaluate the portfolio whether it is working or not. Our anticipation is right or wrong. We have to know the portfolio evaluation and revision. By using the portfolio evaluation, portfolio management is a continuous process. After selection of portfolio, then the next step is the evaluation from time to time, at the end of the financial year, or mid between the financial year, depending on the market condition. The primary motive of evaluation is to improve performance. Portfolio revision considers the both buying and selling of securities as expectations change over period of time. So the revision involves both realizing that the held portfolio is not optimal and specifying another portfolio to with superior risk return characters. So this is the final stage in the investment process. Portfolio evaluation uh, used to know the value of, or value or performance of portfolio. Okay, this is the process of investment. And coming to the sources of investment information, how can get information from the uh, market to invest in particular share or particular debenture? There are some sources to get investment information or financial information. Those are, first one, annual stockholders reports. Annual stockholders reports. And the second one is financial press. Third one, internet. Through internet you can know the particular share value or particular share performance in the stock market, whether it is in bull market or whether it is bull or bear. And the next information source is stock advisory shares services. And the fourth one is corporative news. When coming to the financial press, the most common source of financial news is the local newspaper. Whether a company increases, whether a company performance is good or a company performance is bad, a company share value increases, a company share value decreases, we can know through the local newspapers. The most common source of financial news is the local newspaper. The newspapers in many larger cities often devote several pages to the business news and information, and also publishing the journals. Of course, big city newspapers like the New York Times, and provide even more information. Financial news include the Wall Street Journals and Investors Business Daily. The financial press can help us to know the performance of the particular security, or to know the performance of a particular company to invest in it. Okay, the next one is internet. We can easily know the share value or share performance of a particular company through internet. Some websites that are logical starting points when evaluating the stock investment, but there are many more than those described. Nowadays most corporations have a website, and the information provided by these websites is very useful. It is easily accessible. The information on the corporate website may be more up to date. When compared to the financial press, the official websites of the companies are more useful because they are up to date. Investors can also use websites like Yahoo. Okay, some websites that are logical starting points when evaluating the stock investment. It helps us to know whether a particular share value increases or decreases. We are able to invest or not. The all the information is provided by the internet. And the next one is stock advisory services. In stock advisory services are, in addition to using online sources of information, investor can use the printed materials provided by the stock advisory services to evaluate the potential stock investments. In choosing among the hundreds of stock advisory services that charge fees for their information, investor must consider both the quality and quantity of the information they provide. That means whether it is fake news or real news, and what is the difference between the share value from the past 5 years, whether it is increased or decreased. It can be uh, useful to know through the stock advisory services. The information ranges from simple alphabetical listings to detailed financial reports. Financial reports include the balance sheet of the company, profit and loss account of the company, the financial statements of the company. And the fifth one is corporate news. Government requires corporations selling new issue of securities in the primary market to, to disclose information about corporate earning, assets and liabilities, products. What is the product of that company? What are the earnings of that company? What are the assets and liabilities of their company? And the qualifications of the top management in prospectus that they must give to the investors. Even if investors are not a stockholder, he can obtain an annual report from the corporation. Investor can also visit their websites to obtain an annual report. Annual report includes the financial statement of the company, profit and income and expenditure of the company. It includes the assets and liabilities of the company, what are the products produced in their company. All the information about the company is given in that websites. Okay, these are the sources to get investment information or financial information. Okay, let me repeat the class once. What is meant by investment? Investment means investment. uh, it is a process of sacrifice something today itself to gain something in future. They are in two modes: direct investment and indirect investment. But coming to the process of investment, the process of investment in decision making involves 5 stages. They are investment policy, investment analysis, valuation of securities, portfolio construction, and portfolio evaluation and revision. When coming to the investment policy, we have to set up some rules and regulations by using the 5 factors, that is determination of investable funds. What are the investable funds and how much you want to invest in that particular asset or particular share. Next one is determination of investment objective. uh, if you want to get higher returns, or if you want to get wealth of the share, a determination of investment objective, and the third one is identification of potential investment assets. Investment assets are marketable securities and non-marketable securities. Next, the fourth one is consideration of attributes of various investment assets, and fifth one is allocation of investable funds to various investment categories. So this is the framework of investment policy. After framing the investment policy, we have to analyze the investment. So it includes the main objective of investment analysis is to determine the future risk, determine the future risk and future return in holding various blends of individual securities. What is the benefit to the investor and what is the loss to the investor? We want to we have to know from analyzing the investments. Okay, the main objective of investment analysis is to determine the future risk and future return. What is the benefit to the investor and what is the loss to the investor? By analyzing the we can know by analyzing the investment portfolio. Okay, to determine the efficient portfolio, an expected return level is chosen and the assets are substituted until the portfolio combination with the smallest variance at the return level is found. And the third one is valuation of securities. Why we have to value the securities? Because the the most important and complex step is valuation of securities. The investment value is generally taken to be the present worth of the owners, present worth, to know the present worth of the owners, and an appropriate set of weights have to be applied with the use of forecasted benefits to estimate the value of the investment in future. Okay, the comparison of the value of a present worth of the owner and current market price of the asset allows the determination of the relative attractiveness of the assets. And the fourth step in the investment process is portfolio construction. Portfolio means a collection of financial investments, whether it may be stock, share or debenture or bond. Portfolio construction requires knowledge of the other different aspects of securities. The portfolio construction involves the following steps. They are deciding the diversification level, considering the investment timing, considering the investment timing. After that, we have to select the investment timing, whether it may be medium or short term or long term. After that, allocation of investable funds and investment assets, acquisition of assets or securities. If you want to construct a portfolio, you have to follow this five steps. And the last and most important stage in the investment process is portfolio evaluation. Why we want to evaluate the portfolio? Because we have to know the performance of the portfolio to. So this is the today's class, and what is the process of investment and what are the sources of investment, what are the sources of investment information. Sources of investment information includes annual stockholder reports. It includes financial statements, wealth of the stockholder, dividend paid to the stockholder at the end of the year, and financial press. Most of the common financial press are or local newspapers. Uh, the third one is internet. Through internet, we can know everything by using the websites of the companies, whether the company share will increase in the future or not. We can easily know that through the internet. And the fourth one is stock advisory services. These are used to know the performance of the investment. They can provide the information through printed materials. These are the stock advisory services. And the last one is corporate news. Government requires corporations selling new issues of securities to disclose information about total corporate activities like earnings and their assets and liabilities, products and services, and what are the qualifications of top management in a prospectus that they must give to the investors. Even if the investors are not a stockholder, he can obtain an annual report from the corporation. Investor can also visit their websites to obtain an annual report. So these are the sources of financial information or investment information: internet, financial press, stock advisory services, and corporate news. So this is the today's class. If you have any doubts, please ask me. Can you hear me? Okay, thank you. In the next class, we will discuss about stock exchange and what are the activities of stock market. What are the who are the participants in the stock market. Okay, thank you.